Two fingers.
Afternoon, hello, welcome. If anyone's there, you may be self-isolating, but YouTube goes on, doesn't it? So we're here just for general chit chat, really, because life is proving to be quite horrible and sticky and a bit messy for people. So we thought, because we get together and have little chats anyway, why not do it with anyone that wants to join in on the chat? So if anyone's there, please say hello. It's all looking very quiet at the moment. But so we can carry on as normal then.
Yeah, I think we've sprung it on them a bit unexpected. You'll have to wait for people. Oh,
exactly. I put it on the couple of times. There we go. Yeah. Oh, 33 Mrs. and Shelley Joe. Hello, welcome. And Crispy's in. Hello, Crispy.
Hello, Crispy.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's a bit of an impromptu one, really. I'm sorry I keep looking up, but there's big pigeons that keep kind of flying practically into the window, and it's all a bit disturbing. So it's a no holds barred general chit chat. Some people are going to be working, beavering away, being industrious. That'll be fun. Yes. Yeah. No, we're all just amusing ourselves, really, because it's all got a bit much, and we're not watching the news.
We've confused Gemma because she thought it was Friday for a minute. I've been wondering what day of the week it is lately. Is it Wednesday today or Thursday? It's Wednesday, isn't it?
It is Wednesday. I've got my husband at home working from home, which he is for the foreseeable future. And my son's at home today because he did have a cough, and not one of those coughs, but he did have the remnants of a coldy cough. And I hadn't the heart to send him in with that, really. I thought, no, he may as well have a day off. So, yeah. So I'm not expecting any interruptions, but that's where they'll be coming from.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think something we've all noticed is this pressure headache that we all seem to be getting.
Yeah.
Just so much to think about at the minute, and it's just like dull headache. So if you've got that symptom, it seems to be completely normal. It's just stress.
I think that's a stress reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've got a few people in. Leanne Hill, Vintage Studio, Edward from Antiques Arena. Hello, nice to see you. Been watching. And Gemma. So there's people out there. Oh dear, is everybody working out there though, or are you just kicking back and going, yeah, what the heck?
That's a surprise, isn't it?
Shocking here today. Shocking. Like they've literally just gone now.
That never happens for you, Lex.
I know. I know. Yeah. I think it doesn't help that I've got 2 returns open from the same lying little bitch who, if you are watching and are a troll, we've got you.
Edward's had to close his
shop.
shop.
Hasn't she, Lex?
Oh no, Edward, no.
It's Robert, hasn't she, Lex?
Sorry, say that again, Karen.
I said she's done it to others, hasn't she, Lex?
Yes, she has. Yeah. And has been reported. So.
And she may have been blocked from a few shops.
Yeah, quite a few, I think. So just try it. Just try it, love. Try it.
Hi, Andrea.
Oh, hello, Andrea. Hi, Vicky.
No, that's terrible.
Sorry to hear about your shop, Edward. I think it's a bit pretty inevitable though for those shops and things, unfortunately.
Oh, Edward, I know.
Yeah, it's a shame. I hope I know you were salvaging stuff from your shed and your outbuildings and things that had got flooded a while back. Hopefully you've got some backlog and things to be doing. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Keeping going somehow and not feeling that it's all just gone to pot.
Yeah, grants, the government grants, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, you should be able to get hold of those, but how long it's all going to take?
It is a big worry, isn't it? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I've had other stuff which I'm not going to go into live on here as well. It's been stressing me out, and that's all gone away with now. But yeah, with all the stress of it all, I think a lot of us aren't sleeping properly at night. Even if we think we are, we're still tossing and turning, which is causing headaches. Because, like you said, there's so many implications, isn't there? There's so many implications.
Is this one below?
Yeah.
Who is it? Let's see. Somebody at the door. Somebody at the door. Somebody at the door. Yay!
My screen hadn't got you there, and I'm thinking, what's he pointing at me? What have I done? Hello, welcome.
That meant we're live.
Yes,
We are live. So I mean, you can
Hi, world.
my channel, and I'm not really monetized anyway. So feel free, express yourself.
Can we say fuck and brother?
Look at the state of mine.
We should do a rage live stream. Do you know they've got range rooms where you can break stuff? Have you seen those?
No.
Have you not seen those? Oh, we should do a live one.
Oh my
Throwing
God.
a tap down the garden.
No,
Right,
can we
your
do
toys out the pram.
have like a
I'll
bit of
tell you something.
range bit where we can smash things? We could totally do it. We're the
Yeah.
guys.
Lex, me and Darren were having an argument once, and I was unloading the dishwasher, and I slammed 4 plates down, and they all smashed in half.
I can't imagine you raging, Corinne. I can't imagine you raging.
I can.
shocked
I
myself.
think it's in there. It's definitely in there.
I can't imagine it. Me, I'm a hothead, but I can't imagine you raging at all. Everyone knows to run when I'm in the mood. Sometimes the kids even just go to me and go, we're going to go to our bedroom. Why? That's my mum. Bye. What's up, Mum? You look angry.
Yeah.
This is asking after you.
Yeah, I've just replied in the chat. I'm good, thanks, Vicky. I didn't mean to upset anybody else. I was just got a bit emotional because I thought I was overreacting, but obviously I'm not. It's transpired that things have gone. The shit is hitting the fan as we speak. So, yeah. I mean, Mum's fine. I've seen her today. I've dropped her some shopping off today.
Yeah.
Maybe the ones that got damaged. Maybe not the nice stuff, Edward. Oh dear. Yeah, I think it takes people in different ways, and I would imagine over the next few weeks or however long this goes on for, there are going to be times when some people are feeling more positive and some people are feeling really bad, and hopefully in this community, which is what we do best, is to support each other wherever we're at with it and whatever's happening.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I know in other countries, when they're going to lockdown, they've said you're allowed out for exercise as long as you don't get contact, and you're allowed to take your dogs out as long as you don't have contact. So I'm thinking, great, I could take the dog out. Now, me and her, we like going for 45-minute, hour-long walks. That's a walk. That's what we do during the day. Normally about 11, 12 o'clock, my head starts to get fuzzy. We go out for a nice long walk. And I'm thinking, that's not going to be allowed, is it? When they say take the dog out for a walk, it's going to be a quick walk around the park. I'm going to miss that.
How will they know? Oh, we've lost Sam. She'll be back.
I did take her out today. Where I normally I took her on a different route today. Well, I say different route. I either take her over the fields or I take her to the woods. And I took her to the woods today. And we normally see, I can't count how many dogs and people. We saw one person, one dog. And we was out for an hour. It's dead out there, other than the big supermarkets by the looks of it. Everyone's still panic buying.
Everyone's out and about down here. No matter what, and old people, they're everywhere. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, people are having a problem understanding what social distancing actually means. It's not so much for yourself, it's about passing it on to others, because you won't have symptoms for probably 7 days.
Yeah.
It's quite worrying, really, and the amount of people that are still just pottering about and going about the daily business like every other day.
And the thing is, they were saying, weren't they, that people, they've got a really good immune system. A lot of people get really mild symptoms. So they'll just get a slight cough, or they'll have a bit of a temperature and they'll put it down to a cold. Like kids, that's why they say kids are like probably carrying it the most. Because they just, I mean, I don't know about yours or anything, but when my kids, I mean, especially now still, even when they were younger, you know, they'd get a bug, a viral bug, they'd be over it within 2 days. Me and Carl would be laid up for weeks, you know.
Yeah. But we don't know if they're going to close the schools or not. We've got a funny feeling, and they might close the end of the seat.
Edward says they're closed in Wales already.
Yeah.
They're closed in Wales.
Friday for the rest of Scotland, apparently. So I should imagine that England will be the same. Probably just be announced on a different day.
They are slowly closing them around here, but that's more shortage of teachers.
Yeah, it's just going to be a gradual thing.
Only one that I know of is closed because there's been a coronavirus case there. I confirm one. And that was before they closed any schools in Scotland, Wales, or Ireland. Those last week they had to get closed for a week to be deep cleaned.
Yeah, I mean, what about, I think Steve was saying yesterday, one of his teachers in his kids' school is pregnant and she's been turning up for work. I mean, they've already been advised that they should stay off.
Yeah.
Pregnant people stay in, shouldn't they? But like, I don't know who's just said it. Somebody says they just can't get the staff in to monitor the kids anyway now.
No, I mean, Scott, he was saying yesterday there was only 12 children in his class. The rest of the parents have taken them off.
My best friend works in care, and she works for a care agency. Now, she's done care herself for the last 20 years, but she's actually worked her way up the system now, and she's like up there. But she said it's horrendous. She's working. She hasn't had a day off in 6 weeks, and she's been working 14-hour shifts because people are dropping like flies. People are self-isolating. If the kids are ill, they're self-isolating. The families are cancelling what they can. You know, people that have got family are saying they don't want the curves going round, which is not too bad, but it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous.
Well, one of my friends, she works for she doesn't work for the NHS, but she works for a subsidiary of them. So she works, I don't know about where you are, but near us, the NHS near us, they've sold off, you know, the bit where if someone gets released from hospital but they still need dressing changes and things like that. That's now done by a different organisation, like a sister company to the NHS, and she works for them, and they've run out of hand sanitizer. Her hands are red raw because you can't get it anywhere. Hospitals, the hand sanitizer is getting stolen because obviously each time she goes in the NHS to wash her hands. So
yeah, Lainey's just said that she's had to stop her carers coming in to take care of her. Yeah, but she has got. Have you got daughters at home, Lainey? I'm thinking.
I think she's got a daughter and a son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Lainey needs help getting up and, you know, being able to get up and get out. Well, just out, but up. Yeah. Oh, Lainey, that's a shame. Yeah.
I think it will be total lockdown. Not long from now. I think they'll lock it all down.
With total lockdown, it's like in Italy. They allow you out within set periods. I don't know how they manage it, but they allow you out in set periods to go shopping and to do essential things. So, I don't know.
But even on total lockdown, there's going to be people that have to go out.
Yes.
The police, ambulance, health carers.
Go out. Yeah.
They haven't got no choice in the matter.
Yeah, it'll take the minimum of people around.
I'll still have to go out on total lockdown because all my stuff's in the unit. I need to go and get stuff for it's classed as your job, your work, isn't it? So I'm going to have to go out even if it goes on total lockdown. So, but the actual centre where my stock is actually closing. But the managers there said, you know, we'll do what we can to help you. So, well, I need access at least 3 times a week for stock. So.
Yeah.
I don't know what the German method is, Vicky. Can you put it in what it is in the chat for me, and I'll read it. Lex.
Hi. Don't think total lockdown sounds like the final round of a really bad game show. Total lockdown.
Poor Edward. Talk about doesn't rain but it pours. He's getting married on the 15th of April.
No. You know who I really feel sorry for? And that is, oh no, she's going to kill me for not remembering her name. Dana. No, that from Southern Ireland. Reselling mum.
Oh, Lola,
that's what I say. Look, she's going to kill me. But I feel sorry for her. She's due any day, isn't she? She's not got long till she's due. And the midwives aren't coming out to her.
Yeah.
Humber.
That's scary.
We'll all be on live with her going.
And breathe, just breathe, Yola, just breathe.
Yes, and we're too far away to be hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Kirsten's been out to her new job. What's your new job, Kirsten? Do remind us. I've probably missed something somewhere, but it sounds exciting but slightly scary to have a new job right now.
I don't know.
Excuse my appearance as well, because I had a little bit of a meltdown this morning, but I'm okay now. But I still look a bit puffy because I'm on at least 12 weeks isolation, and my husband works as a support worker with disabled adults, and has basically been told that he has to carry on going to work. He's similar to an NHS worker where it's a vital job that he does, so he has to go.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, last night they suggested to him that he go and find somewhere else to stay and leave me on my own, which is really not something that we can do. Really, I don't think I could cope being at home here on my own for 12 weeks.
No.
Obviously, I could get someone to bring me stuff, but you know, it's just not an option.
You should be able to bring you stuff, but obviously not come in or anything like that. And I mean, you have always got us to talk to. I know it's not the same.
Yeah.
But
what we've decided is just to take it a day at a time. And at the minute, you know, he'll go straight and wash as soon as he comes in the house. And you know, they're being ultra careful at his work. So obviously, it's disabled people, so they have to be very clean anyway. And they're in lockdown, and they've stopped people coming in. So, you know, I'm trying not to worry too much about it and just take it a day at a time, really.
And just avoid any too close a contact, Karin.
Yeah.
12 weeks, 12 weeks signing off slip.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Nick's in disguise.
Always Nick in disguise. There we go. Yeah, Lainey has got some help. That's good. But hang on, it's all jumped on. I've got to go back and do something. Hang on. Whoop.
Hi Nick, that's the Depeche Mode song, and you review.
Oh.
Like I said, I can have Barry if I want. You're okay, Becca. I'll manage.
Yeah. Nobody needs that kind of help. There we go. So that's Nick. I'm just heavily in disguise. Oh dear. Yes. It's not going to be fun, is it? Whatever happens.
Well, no, it's not.
No.
I know, Sam, you were on about moving your stock back home. Are you not considering doing that now? You're just going to put a rush on it, weren't you?
Look around you.
Oh, you've been doing it?
All over there.
Oh, blinking heck.
Today I brought back all the dresses, all the skirts today. So I'm just, what I'm doing is, as I'm bringing them back, I'm going to check them, make sure they've not fell off. Got to like do a bit of stock take before I put them into the system.
Good idea.
But yeah, just going to do it a bit of time. And actually, where my unit is, he said I can have access, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, right, okay. Is it in a shopping centre or above?
It's in the loft of a shopping centre, yeah. So it's sort of like it's a little central shop.
Yeah.
But most of them are empty anyway, because towns are hard at the moment, aren't they? So a lot of the shopping units are empty at the moment. But there's a cafe, a model shop, a wool shop, beauty therapy. In the bit where I have to walk through. So I would imagine that if we go on lockdown on Friday, which I think they will, that they'll shut them down. But then businesses there won't survive, definitely won't survive. But I think if he has to close the unit, I think he's not going to be charging them rent for however long he's closed, which is really good of him. So we should see. Just have to play it, don't you, really? So
I mean, I've still got to go out because I have to go to the garage to collect my stuff, if anything sells, obviously. I won't be going there very often, but the thing is, because it's sort of in a block, I don't meet anybody, so there's no danger to anyone for me doing that. But yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah.
I know Crispy just said he don't think it'll get like France because they're actually giving fines out in France if you're caught out without a valid reason for being out.
Yeah.
But you don't think we'll be able to police it here?
You need a print off, like there's an official letter.
A whole press.
Yeah. It's basically a letter from your mum saying
Yeah.
A note.
Yeah. That's basically it.
I mean, I say I'm carrying on as normal. I've cut down how many I'm listing because, to be honest, we don't know how long this is going to go on for, do we? You know, we don't know if the postal service is going to stop. We're all heading into an unknown territory. We don't know what's going to happen. But I'm thinking I'm not going to stop listing. For me, one, I need the money. No matter how much money it is, I need the money to feed the family. And second thing is that at least when it is all over with, I'll have lots of stock for people to buy. And otherwise, I'll go completely insane if I sit indoors doing nothing.
I mean, Amazon stopped FBA, haven't they?
Yeah, they've stopped all non-essential, isn't it? They've deemed as stopping. I thought I dreamt that. I was going to ask that in the chat, and I forgot.
I think it's for this because obviously they're getting lots of orders in for like actual essential stuff, so they're trying to stock up on that, and they're giving priority to those things that are being delivered. So it may just be a temporary thing, just while like they're getting in the stocks of the important things to sell out to people.
Yeah. I mean, sales are going to drop off the end of a cliff, aren't they? But I think, like Karen, it is a case for me. It's just a case of keeping busy and feeling like I'm doing something useful and not just getting the grumps over it, you know. But I mean, Sue here, you know, we know she's got COPD and everything, and that's horrible when you can't see your family. And you know, we're here for you, Sue. Lovely Sue. We'll do what we can.
Yeah.
Oh, shame though. Yeah.
The I think that's good about it is at least it is in this day and age where you can at least video call them.
Yeah.
I know it's not the same, but it's better than zero isolation where you might just get a phone call.
Yeah.
And there's lots of things that you can do together because I found out, you know, there was that Netflix. Oh
yeah, party or something. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so you can like choose a film on Netflix and then send a link like to everyone. You can all watch it at exactly the same time and like be typing away like in the message box. That's fun, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do our own kind of
Well, you go and sit in your isolation booth.
Have you thought about your idea yet?
Weeks with
Make some jam. Make some jam.
Make jam. Go on.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's no fruit.
True that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any of you found it hard getting anything like shopping wise?
Yeah. Our shops are getting stripped bare as soon as the shelves are full.
I've been
At most things, obviously they're not all bare. There's stuff like quinoa that's hanging about, and
yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff in the vegan and the free from sections. So just go gluten free for a bit. There's loads of it there.
I went everywhere for some ready salted crisps for my dad today. I couldn't find any anywhere. Ready salted crisps.
I think the problem is the stuff that is left is the more expensive brands, which a lot of families can't afford on the best of weeks anyway. But if you have to buy everything that's branded,
yeah,
you know
it's
what
hard that way.
I didn't watch it live because I was sorting out some stuff at church we've been sorting out. But I watched back part of the Prime Minister's speech, you know, about the help they're going to give. No, the Chancellor Exchequer in the House of Commons, what help they're going to give. And they're going to give 3 months holidays, aren't they, for mortgages if you need it, etc. Yeah. But do you know one thing I thought? What about people that fucking well rent? Pardon my French.
Yeah, we pay rent. There's no mention of any sort of
There's no, I mean,
breakthrough.
I know that technically you'll be able to apply for housing benefit, but universal credits take 6 weeks. And even if they say they're going to rush it, it's not going to be that quick because everyone's going to be doing it.
Can we all get office jobs, like at the council, like temping work, to get all of this stuff? I mean, logically, Aldi are hiring. Like,
yeah, Morrison's are hiring. I think they're hiring 3,500.
Yeah, actually, the Kent County Council, all non-frontline workers are working from home now. Because my brother works for them, and he's working from home now. He was home based from today.
But things like if you are applying for these loans and stuff, that is all computerized online. So if people have to check that, then that could be an at-home job, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like industries do have to shift. Like there are so many people I know that work in the film and TV industry where like their jobs are gone. Just that is it for them. And I mean, and considering it's really big in Wales as well.
Yeah.
They can't even, you know, like my mate Tom, he normally works on Casualty and he's worked on Dark Materials, like, and loads and loads, Brave New World that's being made down here. He's out at the moment. Normally he would go back and work in the bar in town, but that's not going to happen now, you know? No. So, like, shit.
Yeah, I must admit, when they announced it on Monday, didn't they, about the, well, they're not stopping it, are they? They're advising people don't go out to social gatherings. You know, we advise you don't go to the pub. We advise you don't go to the cinemas. I mean, my local cinemas closed down. I got an email yesterday saying it's closing down from, like, there's no films today or onwards. But it was the businesses I felt sorry for. Because I think this is going to, I mean, where I live in Rochester, the high street is, other than Costa, which somehow got in, and Subway, which somehow got in, it's all independent shops. It's not one of these big chains. No, Wetherspoons as well, I lie. But the rest of it is all small little independent shops. You've got little cafes, little independent, like, Italian restaurants and Indian restaurants. But they're all independent. And I was thinking, sugar, this is going to kill the high street.
But I think they will end up enforcing closure of pubs and things, because to have them stay open, to have there'll be a few old people in there carrying on as before, drinking their pints, and most of them seem to live in my town. They're still out and about and in there. But if they really want to shut it down, then they've got to close them. They can't be half and half. It's too mealy-mouthed to say, oh, we recommend you shouldn't go out, but they're still going to be out open and still running with staff. And I think
they're hoping that we'll all do the right thing and do the social distancing. Obviously, there's still people that are thinking, well, that don't means them. They're perfectly fine. Why should they change their life and do anything when they don't have to?
Social
and that's what the problem's going to be.
Yeah, so unless they shut it and actually make that happen. So there are plenty of people who seem to be living around here that seem to just think, whatever, carry on.
And I don't know about where you all are, and this is no disrespect to them. So a lot of the older folk, they're like, I've got through a war, I can get through a bug.
They didn't live through a war, it was too long ago.
Don't lick your screen, legs.
Okay.
Just what Edward said, the problem is if they force to shut down, the insurance companies will have to pay out the businesses. And who are the insurance companies friends with or paying backhanders to? Yeah, strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Disgusting, bloody Tories. I don't care if you're Tory in the chat, you're a twat.
Get off that fence, Ms. Oliver.
I don't have a fence. The fence is a dot to me.
But then his dad's a bit of a plonker as well, isn't he? Honestly. His dad, Boris Johnson's dad, on This Morning, what an idiot he made of himself, honestly.
I tell you what, his sister is all right, though.
Is she?
Yeah, because she's like, my brother's a twat.
Shelley's asked, have any of you had Corona-related cancellations on your eBay orders yet?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I had one on Sunday that messaged me saying, and I'm saying it like this because I think it's absolute BS. That messaged me saying, "Can I cancel my order? I've got symptoms of coronavirus."
So.
And they may have symptoms of coronavirus, but I think the last thing you're going to be doing if you think you've got coronavirus is cancelling your orders you put on eBay, isn't it?
My concern is returns. People returning things when they're running out of money because the return process is so easy to return stuff.
Do you reckon eBay's? I don't want to give them any ideas. It's right. We're on Heather's channel. We're not on Nick and Andrea's, right? But do you think they're going to extend?
No one's watching.
If we go into lockdown, do you think they're going to extend the return process? I hope not.
They won't do anything unless their hand is forced.
But it's nice to see that they can still bill us for our fees today when I got my fee thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you for that, eBay. Thank you.
Yeah, I really don't resent handing over large gobbets of money when I'm not going to earn any next month. Yeah, right. I've got 2 returns open at the moment. And yeah, obviously that when that's actually having an effect or not, I don't know. But they're all in process, so there's no objection because I accept returns without any, no fuss, no whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
And when they send it back, isn't it? And they could be there going like this little one that did to Shelley, just not sending it until the end of the month. I'm going, oh, I didn't want to go out. I'm going to do the Shelley voice. I didn't want to go out.
Excellent. Spot on, Lex. Sorry, Shelley.
I've been practicing.
Yeah.
I won an auction on Sunday and it was marked as posted, but I got a message off her today saying she's self-isolated, so she's managed to get a friend to post it for me. So sorry for the delay. And I was thinking at the time, well, you're the one that's going to have the ding on your eBay. I just put no problem. Thanks for letting me know. But I probably should have messaged her something about you better ring eBay and tell them that's the reason why it's late. Otherwise, you're going to have a late ding.
A private account.
I think if you could just be courteous and it gets delivered and say that it's arrived on time, because when you leave back it asks you, then it'll probably be picked up and removed anyway, because I've had that before.
Okay, I'll do that then, yeah.
And I don't know what the sweat mopper is selling, but they're saying sales have actually increased. What are you selling?
Yeah.
Webcams?
Jigsaw puzzles? Do tell. Yeah, I mean, with Nat resells there, I've been stocking up a bit, but only because I can and because I want to keep busy. It's a bit selfish, but there you go.
I'm expecting, because I had 2 kilos arrive from my favourite place to get it from. I've got, Lex. I've got another 4 kilos arriving from them because I've been ordering. If I've taken over X amount, I've ordered a bundle. I've also got another 11 kilos that I've ordered, and I've got 2 10-kilo boxes of clothing to go through.
Wow.
Yeah, your favourite place that banned me.
Yeah. Have they banned you all together? Have they banned you all together?
Yeah, it's all right. I was getting bored of stuff.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No, but Tom apparently went into the warehouse and gave him an earful about it.
Wow.
Not that bothered because he lives right next, he lives really near it. But yeah, I'm not that bothered.
I know, Karen, you've changed your dispatch time, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah.
What have you gone up to?
It depends because I've also stopped using Hermes. Not because I think either of the post systems are going to be better if we go into lockdown. Nothing to do with that. I've stopped using them because if we do go into lockdown, my closest Hermes shop is 1.5 miles away, and at the moment I have no car and I'm not insured to drive cars. So it makes sense for me just to stick with the post office. So on the Hermes ones, I put it on 10-day dispatch, which is only 4 ratings, and the rest are on 5-day. But I'm going out every morning and doing my post.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Vicky's changed hers, and I think you can change it so you don't get any problems with your eBay account, but try and get your post out as soon as you possibly can and to the post office, so it's going through the system quickly.
Well, I've had a few messages. I don't know about anyone else. I've had a few messages this week. This is before I even changed it, asking, can I guarantee it get here by this date? We're talking like 2 weeks down the line, and I'm going. My answer to them isn't yes, it will get there by then, because let's be honest, we don't know. My answer to them is, if you pay before this time, it will get posted today.
Yeah.
I cannot guarantee when Royal Mail will pull the plug, but I will post it for you today. So, because I'm not having them go, well, it hasn't arrived in time, and you said it would.
Yeah, no, never promise what you can't deliver. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in my post office this morning. Bless them, they were there with like antibacterial, like just everything. After every customer, the touchscreen and stuff. So that was really good. And I asked how they all are and everything, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're a bit worried, obviously, because if one of them goes down, that's it. The place closes."
Yeah. My local post office is in a spa shop. And I was going to say, where you're saying all the shops and everything are bare, I went in there today. I've got carrots, I've got some mints, I've got some apples, I've got some pasta. Their shelves are full. I mean, I'm going in there like I'm dropping the kids off. It's 7:30 in the morning, so I'm not going in there like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But they don't seem to be having problems. I'd probably say try and shop locally if you can.
Yeah, a lot of the shops around here have now brought in the hour for, although they're not meant to be out, they are, pensioners and vulnerables to get their essentials before they open the shop to anybody else. I saw a sign in that for Sainsbury's today because I picked some bits up for my mum earlier. So yeah, that's come into place.
I was just saying to Mum, like, Mum, you could be going to Iceland, and then we're like, there's nothing we want in there though.
Yeah.
I don't want any. No, I'm all right.
You know, I find Iceland's good. Like when the kids were younger, especially, I used to find Iceland good. Like if we had their cousins around, like our nieces. It was just like a little party platter kind of thing. Get some chicken dippers and some pizzas, and just eat that. But other than that, I think I could do a whole week shopping.
Turkey dinosaurs. That's the winner. I love turkey dinosaurs.
Guys, I'm going to duck out because BT Engineer's here at the moment now to do all my checks on the internet. So,
all right, Sam.
Be gentle with them.
Sadly, my local shops is Farm Foods in Heron, which is part of B&M, so they're like a chain shop. So Darren's been going, but there's not been much in there. So I managed to get an Asda order last night, but then Carla reminded me that probably half of it won't come, or more than half of it won't come. So we'll see on Monday.
Yeah. Have you got any like little corner shops near you or anything?
No.
See, my Tesco's a 24-hour Tesco, so you don't get much chance.
Oh,
you've got to be there as they actually put it on the shelves, because people can go in at any time. I don't think they've limited the 24 hours yet.
The big supermarkets near me have lifted it. They're closing at midnight and reopening at 7.
Right. Yeah.
So we've got a big Asda's, 2 big Asda's at 24 hours and a big Tesco's that's 24 hours, and they've all got closing at midnight. So they can what is it they put in there, which is sensible, so they can restock the shelves thoroughly and safely.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Becky had one of her charity shops closed down. A note was on the door, wasn't it? She took a photo and shown us. That's closed down already.
It's going to start. It's going to happen. And poor Mike here is they've told him he can't go out the house for the next 4 months.
Yeah.
But you've got to take extra care, haven't you, Mike? So, ouch, though. 4 months. Geez, that's the whole summer practically. Oh, man.
That's summer, though. Isn't it?
What's that, Lex?
Just saying that we hope there is a summer, though.
You
won't feel claustrophobic then if you can actually go and sit on the swing chair.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of gardening done, won't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've got a lovely what we got as a housewarming present. We both got one of those reclining garden seats each, the ones that you can put your legs on as well, and it reclines. And we've never used them, so hopefully I'll get to use one of those this summer.
There's every chance.
You get a nice Geordie tan. You're right.
Like Kirsten's just said, I feel sorry for the staff in the supermarkets with the manic customers and having to deal with all those people coming through, because they've got to be concerned as well. That's their job and that's what they're doing at the minute. Like everybody else, they're trying to go on as much as they can.
Yeah.
And I think it's affecting different areas, because I said on Monday I'd seen it go a bit manic already, and it's not really getting any better here. It's still manic.
No.
Caroline said her co-op got looted, didn't she?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because co-ops, by a lot of the elderly that don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've got different active levels of people, but a lot of the elderly that are not that active, because they can't get around that much. I mean, I don't know about where you all live. Heather doesn't, but Karen, you live quite close to a big city. Kelly, you live quite close to a big city. Around here, buses are diabolical. They are overpriced and they are diabolical compared to like where I used to live in London. And a lot of, the elderly don't have to pay for the buses, but they're still a diabolical service. They rely on places like the co-op to go and get their shopping. It's not too far for them to carry their bag of potatoes home with them. So it just makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. Sorry, I got to fly horse.
My husband's having to get the metro to work, but they're deep cleaning them every night. And he goes to work at 6:30, so he said he had a carriage to himself this morning, so he wasn't worried. And then when he comes home, he's going to walk home. He's about a half-hour walk from work, so he's going to walk home just to avoid going on there and being around people, just for my safety, basically. And I realised this morning as well, I took a parcel off the postman. Really, I should have opened the window and said, just leave the parcel there and I'll come and get it.
It's not supposed to be at your door.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be at your door. They're not.
Yeah.
My postwoman, I mean, we're on first name terms, but she's dropping it at the door and stepping back. And it's
that happened yesterday. We had a different postman yesterday and he did that correctly. But I'm thinking I should probably write a note on the door for my usual postman saying, look, I'm self-isolating due to having 2 conditions.
Yeah.
Can you just leave the parcel there? Just knock on the door and I'll say that I've seen you, and then
because they sign for it for you, don't they? Even if it's a signed for one, they sign it for you. They just they say they want to make sure if you've got a parcel, they want to make sure you're in. They won't just leave it on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather they just left it on the fucking doorstep, to be honest.
So I will do that, because that was a bit silly of me really this morning.
Well, it's habit, isn't it? We're used to doing things a certain way, and it's going to take some real conscious effort to change some of these things, particularly for people who aren't immune compromised and who don't normally have to be that, I mean,
I always have. If I've opened a shop door, I've always put my coat sleeve over my hand to open the shop door. I've always done that, because obviously I've had this condition for 20 years, so I know that I have to be careful when it comes to things like that, and I could get really ill if I catch anything. I mean, I got a chest infection about 10 years ago, and I got the beginnings of pneumonia, and it really did scare me. And ever since then, I've just been really, cleanliness with, and I always make sure I wash my hands if I've been on public transport or whatever. So I've sort of got it in my brain anyway, but I didn't think about the postman, so I need to think about that.
And can I just rest everyone assured, I'm always touching my face when I'm on the live stream, and people have noticed it. I do wash my hands as soon as I come home. Before, I obviously don't walk around the street doing that. It's just because I'm sat here talking that I'm touching my face.
I'm always doing it. And it's a habit.
In
the vlog I go like this, I go, oh yeah, I've got to wash my hands. Like, yes, I know, I touch my face.
My routine at the moment, I've got a few pairs of gloves that I'm alternating, and a few coats that I'm alternating as well. and I wash my hands before I put my gloves on. I anti-bac them, like I just put some like Dettol spray on them and do that. I go out, do my shopping. You have to use the touch screens, annoyingly, in the post office, but I'll anti-bac as soon as I've done that and put the gloves back on. And then when I get in, I'll wash the gloves, take them off, wash my hands.
I don't know if it works, Lex, but someone on the TV was saying you could wrap a little bit of foil on the finger of your glove and it will make the touch screens work. I don't know if it works.
What you need, Lex, is your brother to send you over some of them tiny condoms, and you've got one for each finger then, haven't you?
Japanese size.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's still some upstairs. Not like I'll be needing them for anything else for the foreseeable.
Yeah, downside to self-isolation for the single.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's for the best.
When I went to the post office, I had to get some money out because Sophie sponsorship money. I had to get it out of the bank, and I went there. And obviously, the post office gives you money out, don't they? So I put my card in there. Sophie went to me, "What are you doing?" As I'm pressing the keypad from the blinking key. I went, "I'm not touching that." And it's little things like that, you know, when you're doing your chip and pin. I was like, "No, I'm going to use my key."
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the contactless at the moment.
Yeah, most places are doing that now, aren't they? Everyone in Boots was wearing gloves as well, and everyone in Wilco's, I think. Another shop I was in today, anyway.
Yeah, the ladies in the charity shop had gloves on. So, yeah, good.
You know what really annoys me though? I don't know about any of you lot, but on Facebook Marketplace the other day, I saw on there someone was selling 100 masks. This is one for Caroline. Right, they were selling 100 of their masks, 240 quid.
Well, let's hope nobody pays it because that's stupid.
Yeah. I reported it. It probably won't go anywhere, but I reported it because I thought that's just taking mickey. Yeah.
Profiteering. I mean, there's business and there's just immoral. I couldn't in all consciousness do anything like that. I wouldn't.
I reported someone for selling a £5 thermometer for £60 because I thought that was really bad, you know, and they put check baby's temperature or something in the title, and I just thought you're just trying to scare people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know people have said they've been asking their neighbours, etc., you know, elderly neighbours and all that. There's a form, I've seen a few people post it on Instagram. I think Andrea done it once. You can just fill out, or you can create your own form saying, look, I'm healthy. If you're on self-isolation, please just let me know. Here's my phone number. I can chat. I can go and get you shopping or anything like that. I think this is the time where we do need to pull together as a community. And that's both on here and out in that wide world. I mean, I've been phoning up, bless them, 5 old dears from my church. One of them's been telling me about her jigsaw progress every day. Another one's been telling me about how she's been trying to sunbathe, but it's not been that hot. 2 have kept going on about the war because, bless them, they've got a bit of dementia and they just repeat themselves all the time. And another one just says, "Oh, it's like a normal day. It's a bit rubbish on TV though." That's what I get every day. But it's just keeping contact with people because there's going to be a lot of lonely people out there.
And telling it's about to get worse as well. No EastEnders.
My mum's devastated.
No Glastonbury Festival. No Eurovision.
Yeah.
The cancelled EastEnders. I don't know. Is that still going, EastEnders?
Apparently so, sadly enough. But you know, keeps people amused.
Yeah, they filmed like 6 weeks in advance, so they're staggering.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to talk about it in the soap. I don't watch any of them, to be honest, but I wonder if they will.
I don't know, it's all happening so quick. Like, these episodes would have been filmed back in January. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they could film, like, single shot stuff, couldn't they? And just insert them into the shows, because they've done that before.
Well, I haven't watched EastEnders for years. The last time I watched EastEnders was when Kat and Alfie left the first time. I've heard they came back since then.
Really?
I haven't watched it.
I watch it once a year on Christmas Day, where I'll sit with my mum and go, "So who's that?" And they go, "That person." What? They're dead.
Yeah.
I must admit, I normally, like, if I do go to my mum's, like for a special occasion, I will sit there and be tormented by EastEnders. And I go, "Oh, is Phil still alive? Still not dead then? I thought he was dying. I thought he was dying last time I came around. I thought he was dying the time before that." And he's not. He's never dead. Is Phil still alive?
Ian Beale's a tramp. What?
Is he?
No, he was the last time I watched it. He was all
I'll have to watch it and catch up.
Who watches it? Who watches EastEnders here? Do you watch it, Karen?
No, I used to religiously, but then it got too dark for me and it made me depressed. I was watching it thinking, this is depressing me. I've got to stop watching it.
It's the highest. It's if EastEnders was a real place, hasn't it got like the highest serial killer per capita or something?
Yeah.
And incest? There's incest.
Yeah.
They're all related.
Oh yeah, I suppose they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has done everybody else. I mean, there's barely a.
Well, that's a different flavour tea, isn't it?
Basically, you're saying they're a bunch of inbreds, Heather.
I haven't watched it since Den and Andy. I have no interest in it. It's just depressing, morbid, and if anyone's life really is that bad, seriously, they need therapy.
Corey, can you imagine their property values on that street? Seriously, I mean, I know it's in East London, but seriously, they've had murderers. They've had everything there. You wouldn't want to live there, would you?
But also, if it was a real place, it is still London. There's no way they could afford like working in the market, working in a cafe, laundrette, and then living in like a 3-bedroom house in central London.
Laundrette, though, that is like some drug deal going on in there. Because if you can afford to live in London but can't afford a washing machine.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
It's literally money laundering, that place, I reckon. It's well dodgy, isn't it?
Oh, Andrew, so she'll be able to know then if Phil Mitchell's still alive. That's the thing I want to know.
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, I'm going, yeah, but he's dying. Yeah, but he's dying. Oh, he's still dying.
He's always dying, isn't he?
But,
Yes, I think there's going to be quite a few different YouTube videos coming out that people are planning to do and trying to be a bit more active. Not that we're entertaining, but just so that we're keeping in touch with people. I know Lex has made a playlist, haven't you? A music playlist?
Yeah, I've done a little.
Is that private?
No, it's just on my channel. It's just a bunch of songs that are, pandemic themed.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a fever burning through my soul.
Well, that was my favourite this morning. I put on, fever in the morning, and then I went off on one then, and I was like dancing around my living room. I was having a day all time. It was great.
If it makes you happy, do it. That's the thing.
Do you know what I might do though? Something that I've been wanting to do for ages. Well, there's two things I quite fancy doing. One is decorating my doll's house finally.
Yeah.
So I might do that. And then, because I've got a massive window, I was getting like chalk paints and like just painting like nice scenes on the window.
Yeah.
That garage isn't particularly scenic, is it?
Not really. Although, I tell you what, it's proving useful because I can see when they've got deliveries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always stock essentials, don't they? Those sort of garages too.
Yeah. Although they run out of toilet roll and pasta as well, but
I was going to say, if anyone goes live and wants to invite me in, I'm not doing anything, so.
We'll bear you in mind.
I'm sure between us, when we all get locked in, we'll be live going, please entertain us.
Bless my mum. She said to me on the phone. She said, "I'll do a I'll come on the phone with you with a crossword in front of me, and I'll give you the clues."
Oh,
okay, Mum.
We should get Lex to write us a play, and we all have to do our own little section of it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, we'll dress up as well then. We've got the title one.
Well, no, honestly, because that was one job that I thought of for people in the film industry out of work, is that you still need script readers because there will be productions in the future and script read-throughs as well. Now, wouldn't it be fun to like all get the same script and we could be here like acting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, more quizzes, says Nick. More quizzes. I know someone with a quiz channel. Yes, so do we. It's good, Nick.
I want a sewing theme round then, please, Nick. Not just a sewing themed question, a round, please.
Blimey, that takes some research. You're the only one who can write it. That's the problem.
Ladies, I mean, I know, Kelly, you're shut, aren't you? But Heather, Corinne, have you shut down or not?
No, I'm on 4-day dispatch.
Lexa's gone missing, so I can't ask her if you know.
And here I was looking for my colouring book. I'm as normal.
Yeah.
So are you still posting as normal, or are you posting sooner?
No, I'm posting exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just being very quick in town. That's all. I'm not wandering around the shops or having a mooch or anything. I'm literally in post, get what I need home, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking for my colouring book. I'll be back.
Yeah, I've got Darren going to the post office for me.
I wish I'd have ordered that colouring book you posted, Lainey, the Jason Momoa one.
Oh.
I wonder if I can still get that on Amazon.
I bet the price of that will have gone up. Make your own entertainment, girls.
I've got a tapestry that I think I've had on the go for about 3 years, so I really could start doing that again.
You could. I mean, anything that's relaxing. I mean, how relaxing is it going to be for most of us without family lurking around every corner? But yeah.
I've just done Saturday's listings, girls. Yay!
Yeah.
And I've started reading a book called 5 Steps to Happiness, which is it's based on a true story of a woman that was out jogging and she fell over and done her leg in such a way that she had to have it amputated, her lower leg amputated. And it's all about how she got on learning to walk again and everything. And I thought, I really need something like that to put my life in perspective and think it could be much worse. I could have lost a leg.
I always think
that before bed.
I think you always, that's one thing I've always looked at. Whatever, and I'm bitching and moaning like the rest of us, but I always think there's someone out there that's worse off than me. I always, if nothing else, if absolutely nothing else, I think there's people that have to walk miles to drink dirty, rancid, infected water.
Yeah.
None of us are in that situation. At least we do live in a country where there is an NHS. With all this going on.
Indeed.
Taking advice from scientists. Oh, Mr. Boris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Harry's doing every day, coming on and telling us what's happening and how things are going. Trying to keep us informed as possible. I mean, obviously, sometimes you have to read between the lines, as always with politicians. But
they're trying to do the right thing.
They seem like they're trying to deal with it.
If they told us what they think it's going to be like in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, we would be running scared.
Yeah.
And they don't
know, which is what my brother-in-law's doing at the moment, making sure we don't know. But yeah.
They don't know anyway. Nobody knows. However good the science is, it hasn't happened, so they don't know. It's just a slightly more educated guess than you or I would have. But we can only deal with it day by day. That is the only thing we can do. And not panic, however hard it is. We most of us are going to be fine. Let's hope we're all fine. But that is the day-to-day reality of life. So we just have to try and hang in there.
And don't go out if you don't need to. And I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. I'm a deacon at a church. Do not go to church services. They are getting cancelled. Does not make your faith any less by not going to a church service. God will not protect you in there. No matter how much you'd like to think that he might, he won't. He's given us scientists and people in charge to protect us. That's it. Bottom line, don't go.
what's that story, Karen, about like there was all floods and stuff, and then there was someone like, you know, on their roof, and someone came along and was like, you know, get in my boat, I'll save you. And then the person on the roof said, no, don't worry, God will save me.
Yeah.
That happens
again. God came along, this other boat came along, yeah.
And then gets up to heaven when he died. God, why didn't you save me? He's like, are you kidding? I sent like loads of people in boats along to save you. God is everywhere. You believe God is everywhere, isn't it? You don't need to go to a building to prove it. Meanwhile, I found my colouring book.
Woohoo!
Baby Bowie colouring book. Nice.
How cool is this? See?
Is that David Bowie?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So I'm going to be doing colouring in live.
That's a bit ASMR or AMSR or whatever.
Power the voodoo. Remind me of the bit.
I change these functions. Saving.
Oh, loads to do. It's great.
Well, I'm going to leave. I've got 11 kilos of jewellery arriving because you know I'm a workaholic and it's tangled jewellery. So I'm going to leave that to lockdown, and then I've got 11 kilos to detangle. Ooh, why not getting exciting?
That'll keep you busy for a bit.
12-hour live stream, me detangling jewellery and swearing at it a lot.
Yeah, we're going to watch anything by that point because we're all going to be so desperate for some live action.
I'll watch that anytime though. Someone doing stuff with jewellery. Honestly, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, we've been on for just over an hour, ladies, so we might try and wrap it up unless anyone else has anything they need to say. I really apologise if I've ignored some of the chat because I've just been drawn into all of our chat. There's lots of people out there joining in though, which is lovely. Oh, and Kath arrived, Pound Girl. So yeah, no show off, sorry. Everyone's really glad they've got death piles now though. That's the funny thing. We used to be so down on people's death piles and they were like, how big's your death pile? You're gonna need it all.
It's great.
I think my whole flat will be decluttered. Everything will be listed on eBay.
You'll be sitting there on a moving box. So little.
I've listed it. I've got nothing left. Nothing left. It's all listed. Maybe it tells us how much we really do need. Because if we're locked in for 2 weeks, we're like, I've been here for 2 weeks and I've not used that. That's what I said I always do if I'm stuck in. Do I really need it?
Good point. Good point. Right. Well, on that note, ladies, we'll say goodbye to our audience. If I can actually press the right button, I will end the live. Thank you for joining us. Have we got a seller, ladies, on Friday?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that was going ahead as normal.
Okay,
I don't know who's hosting though, so
we'll assume we're still doing that in a couple of days' time. Then we'll be back. Cutty bye. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Bye everyone.
Yes. Bye bye.